Hi, I'm Anna Sandreuter. I'm a circus performer. I specialise in rope and silks, and I toured with No Fit State Circus for 3 years with the show Immortal, and more recently I've been working on a cruise ship. A lot of my work consists of teaching and of training, and then of performing depending on whether I'm touring or whether there's gigs. I teach the community in Cardiff from sometimes youth, but mainly adults classes in the evening, and they're students and people that fancy having a go. With the touring with No Fit State, I was touring for about 7 months of the year, so that's a lot of touring, and that's partly UK. A lot of it, it's normally about half of it would be UK, and then the rest of Europe, we went to Spain, we went to Denmark, we went to Germany. It's intense. You've got to love the lifestyle of circus to be able to do that. I didn't have a childhood dream of being a circus performer. I don't think that I did have a dream of what I was going to be when I was a kid, particularly. And I had sort of little fantastical things when I was in primary school of going, I'm going to be a secretary or I'm going to be a vet. But when I got to 19, I didn't know what I wanted to be doing. And I was getting to the point where I was going, well, what am I going to do with my life? I moved to London and started a dance course, and in the process met someone who was doing trapeze at Circus Space in London, and I thought, that sounds fun. So I went and did trapeze, and then they were auditioning for a full-time degree course, so I went and did that. The course was theatre practice, and then I guess dash contemporary circus, so there was a contemporary circus option. I did come under a lot of pressure from my dad to do something sensible. I think it could have gone both ways. It could have stopped me from doing what I wanted to do, or it could enhance it, and in that case it enhanced it, and it only made me stronger in my will to do it, I think. I dislocated my shoulder twice, so I ended up with the physios saying, you shouldn't train for at least 7 months and really let this heal, and you might have to have operations. And I was in a really physical sort of position of doubt, which was I might not recover to be able to do this. So yeah, it knocked me, but I guess I was stubborn because I was on the degree course and I knew I could get a degree out of it, even if I was injured, and if I stuck at it, I would, walk away with this degree, and that I think I cared more about. And because I'd had that whole thing with my dad where I had to sort of be really stubborn anyway, I didn't give in. I ended up touring because the first job ad I replied to was a touring company. And so I gave up my room and bought a van and got myself in debt to go on tour, and then the circus tour went bust. And I ended up with a van and no room in London and had to sort of just get the first job I could and sort of worked my way up from there. And in the process met No Fit State, who were doing a community show. And I started teaching trapeze for them and was involved in doing the show. And things went from there. And then I ended up touring with No Fit State for 3 years. For the time being, I'm going to stick at what I'm doing. And I guess, if I was to fantastically dream what I was going to do, then it would involve maybe creating my own circus school. I've made the choices I wanted to make, and I think I've made them right, I'm happy with my life. If I had met myself now at the age of 9, I'd probably be pretty impressed and probably exceeded my expectations of, because I didn't have expectations maybe, but also because I didn't dare dream that far, really, maybe.